The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just know it's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set. 20. What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And the Browns first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Everyone got four down.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 1st down, Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
180. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Mayfield now from the 50. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this 1st drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Good. 20. Point it right. Hey. 4 down.
From the gun, Mayfield. Space to run past the 20. And he completes it to Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Go! 3, baby! Hey, let's get some penetration here. We're getting some penetration.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing his lock. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jannard Avery gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Go! 390! You're not ready! Joker!
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his man here. It's Green. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
6-0 our score after 1.
Go! 540!
first down. Dobbins, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
51's the mic. Let's go one more.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Third and long, it's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. He's going to field this at the 4. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, Hunt. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Run. Box 6-6. Pull it high.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
General West. Hey, Sue.
At the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run the counter. Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a 1st down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
That's what I do. Mike 51, Mike 51. 11 feet. Stop here, D.
Now a 1st down throw, Locke. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mack Wilson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Locke. And this one's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, check.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike 2 the Mike. Mike 5-2. Record.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pushing his way through. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Hunt. Spins by, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Run. Hey. High 7. Regular. Kill.
Hey, turn it up.
Real.
57 to Mike. 57.
Hey, Haywood. What?
Mayfield to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Now here's Ross. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes. On the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Lock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
They're running it.
To the air again, Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Hey, let's go. Come across. I got you, pop. Hatch it. Run, man.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
180! Alert! Pistol.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Back to throw, Love. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
It's going to be a long. Come on. Fight 51, Mike 51. You must be getting tired.
On 1st and 10, Love. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
11. 951.
Luck throwing again. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, it's Locke. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He completes it to Boyd. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Joe Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check out. 1-2-7. 11.
Tight end right.
Blue draw Porter.
Check. Switch.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
A shotgun snap for Locke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. On first down, it's Hunt. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
It's 180. Alert, 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 alert.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield down. It's caught. Beckham. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Regular.
They run the counter. Hunt. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Hunt. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 14-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A toss play to Hunt. There he goes right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Successful. And makes the score Browns 17.
Okay, let's see.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Watch the run. Check safety. Check.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, check. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, check. Buzz.
From the gun, here's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry!
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. Fighting through, and he's got space. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 44 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
24, Bengals 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, Love. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Call. 51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Luck now to throw. And that is incomplete.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Check 52.
They snap it to Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. They'll run. This is Hunt. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Hunt. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Hunt. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Locke. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cleveland, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.